welcome to the Squires Station podcast. I'm Mr. Davey, and John's taking off his clothes already. Oh, jeez.
No, I'm not.
Shed your skin.
I shed a layer of my skin so you wouldn't be able to tell it's me.
Like a little snake. Ooh, yeah. And Vic Whalen's back on.
I'm assuming the position.
You're back on. What are you planning on? What are you doing?
Well, I was gonna wait, but I think today's a good day to announce the big news. I'm getting married.
When's the date?
Yesterday.
So you got married?
No.
Well, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
What the fuck?
I will one day. One day someone will be stupid enough to do it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Well, we're back in this room.
It's dark in here.
Full of
There's some cobwebs.
stuff. Yeah, I didn't.
Some dust.
I didn't clean off the cobwebs or anything.
There's like a decaying mass of flesh in the corner over there.
There's a few rats in the corner over there.
Yeah, I stomped on one coming in here.
They're
really scary. I thought it was your cat for a second.
I got a pile of dead rats in the corner here.
Yeah. It's a rat king. All their tails are tied together.
How was your winter?
Man, I don't remember. My friend Katie and I drove up to Montana to see my friend Davey.
How was that?
It was successful. We got pulled over on the way back in North Dakota, and that was really scary.
How far were you guys in halfway through the state or something?
Something like that. I've only driven through North Dakota once, so it's hard to really tell how long that state is. But we had just pulled on to like the highway, and the fucking the speed limit changed, and like right behind the sign there were two parked cop cars, and one of them came after us.
Like right after the sign?
Like literally like.
What the?
Like as if they were trying to hide.
It's a fucking speed trap.
Yeah, honest to God.
How far did the speed limit go down?
I think it was just by 5.
Huh.
But like Kate was going 80.
Just pushing it.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, even if the speed limit didn't change, you were still speeding. Yeah, dude, I'm sorry. Everyone speeds.
Well, it's kind of a dick mood if you're like behind, like right behind the speed limit sign.
2 of them.
Like, what the fuck?
At first I was like, oh, one's just training the other, but then I'm like, that's what? No, that's not how that works. They're just in the same car together.
Yeah.
It's not 2 cars.
I'm surprised there are cops. Like, was it like in the middle of nowhere?
No, there was like a town right there.
Oh, okay. So you're like going into town.
There was actual traffic. It wasn't just the fucking middle of nowhere.
Oh, okay. Like a lot of those roads out there, the speed limit's 70. Like it'll be like a normal like country road.
Yeah, 70, 75. That's where Katie was going.
Yeah. And there's.
So she's going 80, but that's what the speed limit was.
Yeah. Well, like in Montana, there aren't too many cops just sitting there. Like, unless you're on, like, the interstate or something, then you might find, like, 1 or 2 at most.
Does Montana only have, like, 5 police cars for, like, the entire state?
Pretty much. Pretty much. Like, I think I only saw, like, 2 state troopers the entire time I was there. Because
we had one
there.
constable that just looked like a glorified security guard, and he was the only person that watched over Haber. Careful now.
There were 2, probably in that entire town.
Were they hot?
2 cops?
Either.
Hot? Yeah, there was one that was pretty foxy, I saw. She was a cougar.
You like them old. You like old people.
She went to the casino a lot, and, you know.
Was she racist? I'm gonna take that as a yeah.
What? Yeah, a lot of people were racist in that town.
A lot of people are racist.
Yeah, it's bad. Not good. Racism's bad.
Racism is bad.
Stop it right now.
Racism's bad.
Call 1-800-222-5555 to end racism now.
Call 1-800 I don't like people who don't like other people.com.
Doc?
Call that.
1-800.com.
You have to call all of that.
It's a phone number, but it's also a website.
That
You have to type it on the phone or on the web browser.
Online, when you do it, you have to do www.330 and then the other thing I just said.
www.330.com.
Is that a thing?
Is that a...
www.330.com.
Just put... Has to be. Maybe?
Oh my god!
Is it a thing?
No.
Oh. It's not a real
It's an
thing.
error message.
The
The server IP address cannot be found.
Can you not have numbers in the main address?
No, you absolutely can.
Can you?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure anymore.
I feel like I don't know. Like I don't know why you want it. I just feel like it's a stupid move, branding wise.
330.com.
Like maybe there's like one drive and the one is like the back part of the D, but the website is like the number one and then drive.com.
OneDrive.com.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Google Drive.
Yeah, but one.
You use Google Chrome.
What was that fucking... Yes, to answer your question, though I'm contemplating going to Bing because they pay you to use Bing.
Really? We used Bing for work.
Katie got a $10 gift card to Amazon because she fucking looked up shit on Bing and they're like, thank you! And
Thank you for using our web browser! Oh my god. Why?
I don't know.
Oh, that was a large waveform. There we go. That's
Jesus
right.
Christ!
Hey, here? Yeah. Believe it or not, that is a waveform.
Oh, that didn't look good either, yeah.
That was like a little line.
Oh, ear piercing there.
We used like some of the computers at work were like Windows XP, and they used Bing, and sometimes our internet would just go out for absolutely no reason other than like we used this company called Centurylink, and it's pretty shit. It's like I think it's regional. I don't know if it's like available across the country, but like it's like budget internet. It's pretty bad. And like when you're running at least a dozen computers just on that one like internet server, and you're using that shit of an internet, it's just fucking slow all the time.
It sounds like it's set up to fail.
And we used used Bing. And it's the fucking ugliest goddamn homepage.
Remember when we
ever.
used Bing in fucking middle school?
Did we?
Yeah. All the library computers are set to Bing.
I thought it had Google Chrome.
The fucking Chromebooks did.
You have Chromebooks?
Yeah.
When we get Chromebooks?
The little tiny boys. Little tiny black boys on the cards.
Those things were shit.
Yeah.
I remember the clamshells. The clamshell Macs.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude, those things were fucking... Those had some drip.
Gross.
Those had some drip. They had color. There were so many different colors. They all had a different color.
I saw this video on Reddit where someone fucking repurposed that, but like they actually made like a really good laptop.
Like an actual like
yeah, like
gaming
one of the
laptop.
clamshells. Yeah,
Oh, they repurposed it.
They repurposed it and actually like upgraded the shit and used it and like it.
They connected to like a fucking tower.
No, they like.
Or did they keep it just like a?
They literally replaced the hardware.
Oh my god!
Like they took it apart.
They had to get
and
a
then
new battery.
replaced shit and slapped that shit back together. And I'm pretty sure they did something to the shell too to make it look pretty.
Running
But here's
Unreal Engine.
the thing. Like, they're gross looking, regardless if they work or not.
Yeah, they're
not slim.
No, they had like that fucking film also,
Yeah.
like on the back that covered the color kinda, so it like was a faded like whatever color.
Faded plastic shit.
Yeah, it was like a fucking like
okay.
it's like a translucent like
Did you just say
thing.
transvestite?
It was a transvestite.
Dude,
right on the
offensive
computer.
now.
Saying transvestite is offensive now. What? What? What?
I don't know.
What?
Maybe.
I need to see some. We're excited.
I'm not gonna drop names, but we were watching Bob's Burgers, and the episode where Bob is a taxi driver for Mr. Fishoder was on, which is such a great episode.
Is that the two-parter?
No, that's the one where his brother tries to buy the wharf.
Yeah. That was a good one too.
The first 2 seasons have like really good episodes.
Oh yeah, even the third season I think had some pretty good ones.
We're on the 4th one now, and like we've just gotten to the point where I'm like, I've never seen this episode. The last one we watched, Bob got glued to a toilet.
Oh yeah. I think I remember that one.
Yeah, I've never seen it before. I'm like, what the fuck?
Like it's been a while since I know it's on Hulu, right?
Yeah.
And like I used to like watch every episode, but I haven't watched an episode in like 2 years.
Yeah, I was like that, but then I saw the fucking trailers for the movie that's coming out, and I was like, I want to rewatch it.
I did see that.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah. Like I thought it was gonna be shit. Like I as much as I didn't want it to be shit, I thought it was like.
I'll be honest, I didn't want a Bob's Burgers movie. I was like, don't do that. That's a big risk. I love Bob's Burgers, but that's not the next show I would.
Well, the thing that came to my mind, I wasn't that big of a fan of the Simpsons movie.
That's fair.
And I thought it was gonna be like that.
It's very different.
Yeah.
From the Simpsons episodes.
Yeah.
I enjoy. Okay.
Some of the bits are memorable, but like.
Yeah, I enjoy the Simpsons movie. I like it. When I first showed it to Ian when we were in middle school, he was like in tears because he was laughing so hard.
Yeah.
It's like.
We watched it in school.
What?
I think we watched it in school in like 7th grade.
What the
One
fuck?
day.
I'm shocked.
I don't know why.
I am baffled. They have an intense sex scene in there.
We watched that in Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
What the fuck?
And that's like a few
What
swear
the
words.
hell?
That was like in 7th grade too.
In 7th grade, we watched this movie called fucking. It was Blinson or something. It was named after one of those like non-memorable reindeer. It was the most boring movie on the planet.
It was a spin-off of.
It was like, oh man, one of Santa's reindeer that gets lost, and
like,
these kids find him.
It's like
and
Planet
now it's
Sheen.
Christmas, and they gotta get fucking.
It's like Planet Sheen, dude.
It's nothing like Planet Sheen.
It's a spin-off, though.
You're right.
It's the same thing.
How did they end Planet Sheen?
I thought they just canceled it.
Did they just blow up the planet?
Turn it into Sheen? Maybe.
I would love an episode of Planet Sheen where it's like his mother, like staring up at the sky with like her mug, and she's like, "We'll come home one day."
My baby.
My baby.
My man.
My man. My man.
Schmidt showed me that spin-off kind of Rick and Morty, the one show that looks exactly like
Bushworld Adventures?
Yeah.
That show is the fucking worst fever dream I've ever had.
I'm like,
Morty! We gotta go, Morty!
Like, it's not bad.
It's just different.
It's interesting.
It's like if someone took the fucking Simpsons and made a bastardized version of that and called it Yellow Fuck.
Like, we watched like the first 4 episodes, and then he was like, "That's it. That's all."
I've seen the first one, and I'm like, oh.
I'm like,
okay, it's a fun little parody of Rick and Morty, fine.
yeah.
But then I saw like, oh, there's more. You want to watch the rest? And I'm like,
I've seen enough.
I don't even like knowing that there's more. No, I don't want to watch more. Apparently, I could be wrong, but I'm 75% sure that the guy who made that is one of the co-creators of Smiling Friends.
Oh, I think so. That sounds about right.
I don't remember. I know it's Zach Hadel because he's one of my favorite YouTubers, and it's another guy that he sometimes does shit with.
Yeah.
It's not the Kiyosaki. Not Andy Kiyosaki. Whatever. He's just one of the people on there.
Yeah.
And I go back and I listen to the voices, and I'm like, oh, okay, I can hear that.
Yeah.
Because just like Zach, he has a very like the character he voices in Smiling Friends.
Yeah.
I feel like part of the characters that they voice, I feel like part of the joke is that's just their voice.
Yeah.
That's just how they talk.
It's like the guy who does Hank Hill.
That's his voice?
Yeah.
I would kill myself.
Because he did a character on Beavis and Butthead. I think it was that sounded exactly like Hank Hill.
Oh my god.
So that's like his go-to, but like it.
John H. Benjamin, he just kind of talks.
Oh yeah.
Everything he says is great. Speaking of, rest in peace, Gilbert Gottfried. My clitoris!
Dude, he's a. I watched a roast of Donald Trump the other day, and he like Gilbert Gottfried just like he came out of nowhere. Like he wasn't even like in the cast. He just came from like backstage and just started shitting on Donald Trump.
I heard from my apartment down the road you were gonna be here.
I love those roasts though.
You're the worst.
They're good roasts. Like
Pete Davidson is like the king of that shit.
Yeah. Like I feel like some of them just go for the same jokes every time.
Right.
But like usually it's pretty good though. Like I don't know why, but the Donald Trump one's just like really funny because he's just there taking it.
He can't do anything.
Yeah.
He literally can't do anything else to show that he's just like a little bitch.
and then he roasts them at the end.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's gotta have the final word.
And it's actually kind of funny. Like he's like
I don't want to say anything nice about that man because I don't want it to come across that I support him or any of the shit that he's ever done or said. Like
yeah.
But like, yeah, I agree.
But like he's entertaining
though.
though.
He's done that are entertaining. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I hate the guy.
Like,
okay, yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, he's just There are just some points with that guy where it's just like, it's so fucking stupid. It's just like. It's just funny.
Yeah.
Like it's like a sad funny almost, kind of.
Oh, look at him trying.
Look at him go.
Let's go, Brandon.
Donald Trump. Did you just say the magic words? Let's go, Brandon. Where'd that come from? What is that? I heard it one day, and now I don't know where it came from. Who the fuck? Who is Brandon?
I'm sure it's one of Biden's offspring.
Oh, is it? Oh, maybe. I don't know.
I know that it's
like,
I know that's a jab at him. Okay, here we go.
I'm ready.
Let's go, Brandon is a political slogan and internet meme that has been used as a minced oath for fuck Joe Biden in reference to Joe Biden, the 46th president of the United States. Chants of fuck Joe Biden started being repeated at sporting events beginning in early September 2021. Oh, okay. So these people, from these pictures I'm seeing, before it was just known as Fuck You Joe, that was like their secret way.
Yeah.
They would go to sporting events with these banners saying, "Let's go Brandon," but there was no Brandon. So as if, like, if...
So it's them trying to be subtle.
It's like if you took the phrase, I like ice cream.
Yeah.
And you made it so it actually means, I hate black people. And then you go and you're like, I love ice cream! I love it, I love it, I love it! Just, don't be a fucking pussy, just say it.
Like, if you have to make sure you're not being annoying about something.
If you have to hide behind like a secret, like, this is what it actually means.
It's just like
you're a fucking pussy.
It's like dumb. That's just
Just
dumb.
go to a sporting event and be like, fuck Joe Biden.
Or just not.
It's gonna be obnoxious as shit, and no one's gonna like you ever again. But like, at least you're not being like a douchebag and be like, oh well. It could mean anything. Just don't be a fucking ass.
Depends what sporting event, though.
I tell you, my coworker has a sign of that in his yard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he has one of those. And he thinks it's the funniest thing because no one has confronted him about it. He's like, us liberals don't know what it means.
They don't. Well, apparently I don't.
Nobody,
I don't.
Nobody gets it. And I'm the funniest man in the world. And I'm like, Bob, it's all funny in games, but like, someone's gonna come up and they're gonna see you're a little old man.
Yeah.
And they're gonna kick the shit out of you, and they're not gonna feel bad about it. Cause what are you gonna do to fight back? They don't care you fought in Nam. You can't even stand up straight.
But it's like, I don't care about that. Like I don't consider myself like extreme liberal. I consider myself kind of like in the middle, like independent. Like I don't really care for political parties that much. Like if your opinion is your opinion is your opinion, you shouldn't sway left or right to benefit whatever.
You shouldn't base your whole lifestyle or personality around an opinion.
Yeah. No,
it's like people in high school who are depressed, so that becomes their entire personality.
Yeah.
And that is a rip on myself, because that was me. I was that person in
John.
high school. So before anyone I ever know is like, yeah, that was me in high school. And you know what? I did that job fucking great.
Remember when your hair was brown?
Yes, and I hated it. It's still brown. Look at it.
Is it?
Yeah, this is all my natural color.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, all the the shaved bits and my roots.
Oh, it kind of blends in though, like with the red.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. You had a rainbow though.
I did have a rainbow last year. That was good hair.
Good hair.
That was good hair.
Oh.
Katie did a good job. Excuse me, that was rude. How unprofessional.
What's Katie's page? Neon Conkle. The conch.
I think.
The conch.
I keep telling her to make her fucking business Katie Cuts and Dies. She won't do it. It's gotten to the point now she's like, dude, that's not even funny. And I'm like, it's fucking hilarious.
Dude, I'm over it.
Her fucking Instagram is hair.does.katie. Go follow her.
Yeah, go follow her.
Give her money. She'll do your hair. She'll do your pubic hair, probably. Like, she'll do anything for money. That's not like a prostitute thing. It's just
a hair
good
thing.
Business, like, ethic.
You gotta ask about the pubic hair, though.
Yeah. That's not like an opening beginner thing.
How would that, like, just bleach your fucking hair?
Yeah, dude, that fucking hurt. I would not want bleach on my balls.
Ooh, that's
45 minutes.
It's like dick piercings.
I would much rather have bleach on my balls than have a needle go through it, but both sound really unpleasant.
Did you get any new tattoos while I was gone?
No, I'm broke. See, I fooled you there. I started rolling up my sleeve.
I thought you did.
Everyone fucking stop!
I thought you did.
Everyone stop!
I thought you did for a minute.
Davey,
Did Katie get a new one? Somebody.
No, you're fucking.
Somebody got a new one,
you are
dude.
stroking out.
Oh, somebody got a new one. I swear.
What happened to you that I was not allowed to know or ask about? You're like, we gotta film this, dude, because like it's a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna break your nose.
Okay, it's a long story. Okay, let me.
What, do you want to fucking finish this episode and then film another one that's filled with...
That's the entire thing?
Yeah.
It's a good, though. I'll add it onto this episode. So I was in Denver. I was gonna get weed.
Nice.
And I was gonna go to a dispensary. And at this point, I was in Denver for about 5 days. It was a Thursday. This will be useful information later on.
Okay.
In the story, it's a Thursday. So I was gonna get some weed. Went to this dispensary. I had my Montana ID.
Right.
And I gave it to them. And I was out. I was like, because with Colorado dispensaries, there's like a lobby for some dumbass reason.
No, Michigan is the same way.
So
I think all dispensaries are like that. You give them their shit, and you have to sit there and wait until someone comes out like a doctor's office with their iPad, like, Davey.
Dude, yeah, it's fucking it's so fucking dumb. It's stupid. Like,
I imagine they have to do something like that because of medical. If there's gonna be something where you're gonna use it as a prescription, then you have to treat it like a pill.
But no Montana dispensary is like that. It's just like a normal store.
Montana's a barren wasteland full of natives and coyotes, so...
No, it's great. That's the way it should be done. It should be... It's fucking weed. It's not like you have fucking acid or fucking, like...
No one's gonna go in there
like,
and shatter your glass.
Yeah.
And take your gram of wax you have on display and run out the door.
Yeah, like, but also I think, well, Montana just got legalized this year, so they're probably, they might do that in the future.
Probably figuring out their shit.
I hope they don't, because it's just way easier just to rock up to the fucking counter, give them your fucking ID, and then them just give you weed without this whole fucking, open this fucking 4-inch thick door. It's like blast proof. It's like, what? And there's a fucking little code thing on the door. It's like fucking a secret club.
There's like a retinal
It's
scan.
it's so dumb.
I always imagined it would be like Kings of Vapor. You like walk in and they have like all their shit. Or like a head shop, you walk in, they just have their shit, and you just kind of walk around and be like, oh, that looks nice.
There was one place in Denver like that though, but it's like connected to a mall, so like you go down these stairs. And
wait. So the actual dispensaries are like SWAT-esque bomb raid shelters that you can't get in. But then the one at the mall is just like, hey, come on in! Bring your kids! We got all types of shit to show.
There were kids in there one time.
What the fuck? That doesn't make any sense.
It's set up like an Apple store where they have like iPads and shit with the information on it, and then
like a fucking zoo.
Yeah, it's like in like the weeds in the glass. You can like smell it and shit.
You can zoom in and see the little bubbles of THC on the grass. That looks so nummy yummy.
Little crystal babies.
Yummy, yummy.
Anyway,
you're buying weed on a Thursday.
Buying weed on a Thursday. They're checking my ID and they take it to the back to scan, because in Colorado they actually scan your ID for it.
Okay.
And I'm waiting there for like 30 minutes, and I'm like getting pissed. I'm like, what the fuck? Shouldn't be taking this long. And I like go up to the counter, and I'm like, what's taking so long? I'm like, sorry sir, we're just calling the fucking police to check it. And I'm like, and then he's like, yeah, you can leave and come back if you want. I'm like, I'm not leaving my fucking ID with you.
Especially if you're calling the fucking police.
Yeah, like,
hey man, we're having the professionals come in to check if your ID is real. If it's You can go if you want.
You can leave your ID
Just
with
in
us
case it
with
is
total
fake,
fucking strangers.
you know?
Like the way they handled the entire situation is just like shit. But the police come. I'm there for like another 30 minutes. Like by this time it's been an hour, and the police come, and I'm just like sitting there, and the police come out, and I'm like, "Is this yours?" And and also I do gotta remind you, I am high as shit.
Right.
I am high as shit, and they come out. I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "We have reason to believe this is fake," and I'm like, no. And I start giving them information about myself. I showed them my fucking credit cards. I didn't have my passport on me at that time. I could have showed them that. And the way they also handled this, of course it's Denver police. I mean, the way they handled the situation was not any better than the way the fucking employees handled the situation. And so after that whole ordeal that lasted like 20 minutes, they took my ID. A perfectly fine ID that I got legally from the state of Montana. They took it.
They just stole your ID?
And I even told them, I was like, I'm traveling, dude. That's my driver's license. Like, I'm obviously over the age of 21. Like, what is this shit? And they just took it. And like, the next morning I called that police department, and they were like, no, there's nothing we can do. If it's fake, it's fake. And the whole reason why they said it was fake, it was a real license. I got it legally. The reason why they said it was fake is because apparently I wasn't in the system. Like, I wasn't in the computer. Like, when they scanned it, it didn't, like, nothing came up.
So you should contact the mayor of Montana.
I'd contact the governor of Montana.
Mr. Montana, you have some explaining to do.
Dude, it's very fucked up. But the next day,
God, I would.
So, I call the driver's license, like it's called the MVD. Mm-hmm. That's what like their BMV is called in Montana. And I call their headquarters in Helena, and they're like, yeah, we can get you into an appointment to fix this and stuff, because they said they found me in the computer, like in the state. So I'm like, something's fucked up here. Like, somebody's lying here.
Yeah.
So it's Friday now, and this is like I got that call right after I called the fucking police. And then I was like, all right, I just go back up to Montana and get it. And so it took me like 8 hours to get back up there. And reminding you, this whole time I like didn't have any license on me or anything. So like, if I would have gotten pulled over for any reason during this entire time, yeah, and like I had my social security on me, which I think
they could look it up.
I think they can look it up based on that.
I've gotten pulled over before and not have my wallet.
Does that work?
Like, what's your social? I pulled out my social and I looked it up.
Yeah.
So it's possible, which is good.
Yeah.
But like, still, that's.
But it's kind of fucked up that I just like wasn't in the system, but they said I was. So like the next day, it's Saturday, I'm in Billings at that MVD location, and I went in and then sat there for like 20 minutes, and then they called me over and they're like, yeah, you're not in the system. And I'm like, well,
but you said I was.
But like, it's like, what? I told them people like at the fucking Capitol told me I was in the system. How am I not in the system? And then they gave me the number to the fucking Helena location that I called the day before, that they said I was in the system. So I wasn't in the system. So, I went over to Bozeman, which is like 2 hours away from Billings, and stayed at a friend's place, and it took me like 3 or 4 days just to get like this whole thing cleared up. And so it took me over the weekend, and then I called the Helena location again, and then they said, like, after being on hold with like 6 different people, like literally 6 people, they finally were like, yeah, we're gonna look into it with our records department. We'll call you back. And then like 2 hours later, I got a call from the Havre location that I originally got it at.
Yeah.
And it's this fucking old man, and there's only 2 people that work at that location because because it's like it's literally only like a one like you know how the DMV like in like here looks like with like multiple computers and shit. Mm-hmm. There's only like 2 computers like that to take the test on, and then 1 fucking person that works there that has a desk.
Oh my god.
It's such a fucking small location. It's fucking dumb. And like it's this fucking old man, he leaves me a message. He's like, oh yeah, turns out it was a bug in our system. You were in the computer this whole time.
Yeah, I fucking know, man. I'm so glad you fixed it. Thank you.
I'm like,
Jesus Christ. Dude, I would be punching holes in walls. I would be so fucking angry.
No, this is just the beginning, dude. This is just the beginning. So it was early enough in the day where I was like, all right, let me, I could drive up there. Takes 4 hours. They'll still be open by the time I get up there. And so I start to drive up there, and halfway there, my car starts overheating. And I'm on the fucking interstate, and the little thing starts to tick up a little bit, and I'm like, yeah, it's like when the little tick goes past like the upper white little thing, that's yeah.
Not a good idea.
No, it's not. There's no. So I stop on the side of the road. I lifted up my hood, and like the top radiator hose, like in the front, was just like caved in a little bit, and there was like coolant leaking on the fucking hood floor.
No.
And I'm like,
Oh.
And I'm in fucking Helena. I'm literally.
What's the worst that I can say? So that's the MCR song called Helena. Please go on.
Oh my! So I like. So like yeah, I was on the side of the road, and I'm like, all right, there's no way this car can get all the way up to Havre. There's no way. I gotta take it to a mechanic. So I just Google mechanic. First thing that comes up, and then I go to that fucking address, and but like on the way there though, it kept on going, getting hotter, and fucking smoke started fucking coming out. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know where I'm going, and there's smoke like going everywhere. I'm like, shit.
I had a similar problem with my truck, the coolant and all that shit. Remember that whole?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got to the point where like.
It's like radiator. Yeah.
It literally looked like someone took like 4 or 5 like smoke grenades.
Yeah.
Put them together and then pulled the pins and dropped it in my hood.
Mm-hmm.
It was smoking so much. So I pulled over into like a church
it's like a fucking ball.
Copley, and I opened up my hood and it's just like there's this huge cloud of smoke, and the wind just like pushes it all the way. So now there's this trail of smoke going through the neighborhoods of like Coventry, and I'm like, yeah. I gotta get the fuck out of here. Someone's gonna call the cops.
This car's gonna fucking explode.
Yeah, so I try to drive it home, and eventually my car just burns out on me. And this guy who worked at a camp pulled over, and there wasn't as much smoke by this point because I turned everything off and I let it sit.
Yeah.
Before I started driving again, but there's still smoke coming, and he was like, "Coolant issues."
Yeah. Looks like it's overheating.
Yeah, actually, he goes, "Hold on." And he goes back to his car I'm about to fucking save this kid's life.
Hold on, leaves.
And he comes back with these two big jugs of water, and he's like, "Yeah, my kids have had problems with cars," and he starts naming off his credentials. I'm like, "Oh, here's my car history," and he starts pouring this water into my radiator, and just there's a bunch of smoke.
Oh,
is coming out.
No,
just
dude.
even more, and he empties and goes,
No.
I don't know why that didn't work. I'm sorry. And then he just drove
He poured
off.
it on the radiator?
He poured
in. Oh no.
where you would pour the coolant, he just poured a bunch of water.
No, no.
And he's just oh,
what?
Weird. That usually works. And then he fucking left.
No, it doesn't. He just
And
leaves.
I'm that man had no idea what he's probably some schizophrenic dude driving around with gallons of water in his car. Just I'm gonna pour water in everyone's shit.
I got the thing right for you.
Oh, I've got your remedies in my car, little boy.
I like how people like that will name off everything they've done ever with a car and then do the worst thing possible.
I have this 2009 Corolla that I got from my uncle that I got working. I'm not a mechanic or anything, but I like to tinker around.
Get some water.
You know?
No. What?
I have Flex Seal. We'll pour some of that good shit.
Clog it up. Fine. It will
worst.
never be unsealed again. You're supposed to mix. You're supposed to put the mix
half and half.
Yeah. Not like I've seen people pour water on the radiator sometimes, on the actual car when it's actually fucking blowing up because literally the outside by then is super fucking hot.
Yeah.
So just to cool it down, but you're not supposed to put it in the the reservoir. It's not.
Yeah, you're not supposed to fill the tank with water.
Put some fucking diesel.
When I was supposed to go to work too. This was back when I was working at the garden center. And so I'm on the phone with Dad, and I'm this is not where that about.
Some stranger.
I can't come in, and he's like, "Well, you need to."
Some stranger came and fucked me up.
Some stranger came and put probably liquid nitrogen in my car.
Put cold, hot ice
in there, and probably gonna fucking explode when I try. So I had to get all my shit out, and it got towed.
I can't believe.
God, dude, cars it's just so stressful.
I got the trick.
I know. I know this one.
Pulls out his resume. Fuck.
You can read this over while I go get my water.
Giant tanks. What? No.
Honestly, it would have been more help if he was just I know how to help. And he just gets in his car and drives away.
The best thing to do is nothing.
God, dude, I want to do that. I wanna pull up to someone on the side of the road who's clearly having car problems. Get out,
an axe murder them.
Is everything okay? And you're like, oh man,
everything all right?
We're having a little bit of issue with this, and I'll go up and I'll check it out and be like, oh, okay.
Flicks a match.
No. I know exactly what this issue is. I'll be right back. And then I go back into my car and I just drive away.
That's what I thought you were gonna say, oh guy.
Fuck off.
I got the thing for you.
Hold on, guys. I'll go get my handy fuel.
I'll go get my wrench. Ooh.
I'll go get my legal handgun.
If some stranger tells you to go, if they're getting their wrench, I think you should probably leave the scene as quick as possible. That's not ever good.
I'm gonna go get my
penis.
What?
I'm
gonna go grab my thing. Just stay here.
I'm gonna go get my.
Don't
I'm gonna go get my gun. I mean hammer. I mean weapon. I mean what?
Can you, real quick, just, like, for like a split second, give me like really just like give me everything you got. Just like a super loud, genuine, blood-curdling scream. Like if I just lunged at you with like knives.
Anyway, car breaks down, overheats, radiator hose, fucked, mechanic. Cool mechanic go. Cool guys. They're good guys. I would definitely go back there if I ever
just for them.
am stranded again. Yes, just for them. I would definitely come and visit.
Mom, I'm going up to Montana. I'm having some car issues.
I gotta go visit my friends at the fucking mechanic boys.
But definitely check them out. DJ Automotive, Helena, Montana. They're paying me. No, they aren't.
They're sponsoring this video.
Anyway, so yeah, my friends from Bozeman had to pick me up from Helena because I'm not getting a hotel for 5 nights because they said they would have my car for that long.
Fuck.
And so, yeah. So I was in Bozeman for like another 5 days while they were fixing on it. And then, yeah, they kept on pushing it back because car parts now, like there's a fucking supply shortage and shit. So, another thing actually happened too. I was gonna get like a rental car or something. But apparently those are in short supply too. Apparently, like, because a lot of car makers have like made less cars because of the microchip shortage and shit and computers and cars, so they just have not been making rental cars for rental car places to buy.
Okay.
But advice here, if you look up Enterprise and if you book a car with them on the phone, and they'll say to you that they reserved the car. And then you'll go to an Enterprise place and they'll be like, yeah, we have no cars. And like, that happened to me. And I had like...
Fuck you, Enterprise!
Like by this time, my brain was like fucking... Like I've had like way too many mental... Like I had so many mental breakdowns. Like at that point, a mental breakdown was nothing. Like it was nothing. Like a normal mental breakdown, nothing. At that point though, I was like
white knuckle fist clenching.
Like I was like, why can I fucking reserve a phone, like reserve a fucking car?
Yeah, don't have it.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know how they communicate, but they
clearly don't.
They need to start.
They very clearly do not communicate.
And I've had a couple other friends have problems with Enterprise lately.
Fuck you, Enterprise.
Because, like, they say they have a fucking car over their phone, and you go to a place and they're like, no, we don't. It's like, it's expensive, too. It's really stupid.
Yeah, but it's free to say yes and waste people's time. That's free.
You
have to pay shit for that. No one cares about that.
No, that's always free.
What, you want a refund in time? Go fuck yourself.
I want my time back. No, I'm not.
I want my time back.
I'm not getting this time back. Anyway, so I get my car. Actually, I did. My friends in Bozeman actually had an extra car after that whole Enterprise ordeal. So I ended up driving back up to Havre before my car was done, and I go back to that fucking driver's license place, and I'm like, and it's not the fucking old man working. I thought he was the only one working there. There's also a bitchy old fucking lady who works there as well.
They're probably married.
And while I'm in the lobby, while I'm like sitting there waiting for her like call my name, I'm like looking at the Google reviews of this fucking driver's license place, and the top one, I think it's like 1 star. It's like, if hell were real, this would be it. And I'm like, oh,
that's a great.
You know what?
Fucking...
You know what? You know what?
With the experience I've been having, friend, that seems like a fucking understatement.
But they made me go back up there. Like I was like, can you guys just like fax me or send the Helena location or any other fucking location in Montana? Just send my information to them. And they're like, no, you got to go back up to Havre and do it. I'm like, why? Just to take a fucking picture. Just to take a fucking picture for a dumbass license that you should have gotten right the first time, you fucking cunt-ass pricks. It's bullshit. So I'm waiting there, reading his fucking Google reviews, and like when I got there was only one other, like, she was like a 17-year-old girl there, and then like 5 minutes later, this family of like 8 people come in.
God.
And I'm like, why are you bringing your whole fucking family to the fucking driver's license
They're probably
place?
They probably all did something bad, and this is how they punish them.
Get in the car. We're going to the driver license place now.
Why? There's only 8 seats in there.
I ain't getting up. She's 17. She ain't getting up.
The place is so small. They have fucking chairs outside, like under a fucking like pavilion thing.
God, dude, what a fucking mess.
I'm like, what? Oh my god. So she finally calls my name.
Buddy Squires.
I get up. I'm like, all right, and like I explained to her my situation, and she was like, "How could that happen?" And I'm like, I don't know.
Lady, do you have any theories? I would love to hear them.
Talk to your coworker. And the old guy wasn't there, and he's the one who called me. So I kept on saying, yeah, he literally called me to come back up here. And she was like, oh, like apparently he didn't tell her or something. And
Not my fucking problem.
I had to explain to her. And like during this entire time, I had to explain my situation like 40 times to so many people, and by the time I got to her, I was just like,
you're done. You don't want to tell it again.
I just want a new fucking license that fucking works and won't get cops sent in when I'm fucking high.
Whatever answer just gets this done the quickest. That's my response to you. Now can you please hurry this along? I have a tour after you too. I'm a very big deal.
Stop wasting my time. Anyway.
I haven't bought weed in 4 days.
Yeah.
I'm literally about to like skin you with my teeth if you don't hurry the fuck up.
I did buy weed in Helena. With my
Was it legal?
With my passport, yeah. It was legal. They don't scan anything because they're fucking sensible human beings.
You walk in and they're like, hey!
You look like you need weed.
Hey!
Whoa!
Indica sativa. What do you want?
Yeah,
what are you here for?
Give me the news. Fuck it. Get over here.
Concentrate or flour.
Get over here. And then
That's wicked, Bert.
And then oh god, working where it was so bad. I had to fucking and then I wasn't living at the Havre apartment during that time, so I had to put a new like mailing address for the ID, and then so I put you can't put any addresses outside of Montana because I mean why not? Why? It's not like the mails.
Oh my god! I'm gonna buy an identification from every state and just have it mailed to my address here.
It's not like we live in one big country or anything. No, going outside of state lines. Whoa, that's planes. Do those exist?
Was it you or Katie that was like, we shouldn't even be one country with 50 states?
No,
we should just be 50
I said that.
Continent.
We should, because every fucking law in every goddamn state is so stupidly different. It's like,
yeah, we don't care what that Supreme Court says. You can pretty much do whatever you want here.
Literally, so I had to. I put my friend's address from Bozeman on there, on like the send to, and she kept on reiterating how this has never happened before, and
I'm sure she's got the script memorized.
Of course, and judging from their reviews, I think she does.
This is crazy. In all my 83 years of doing this, I have never heard such an outlandish story. My word.
And then she put in my information into the computer, and For some reason, the computer wouldn't take it. Don't know how that's even possible. I thought you just put information in a form and it accepts it, and then it goes into the system.
Have you made any bad enemies in your 25 years of living? Do you have anyone that actually genuinely hates you?
Probably that BMV.
Well, I was gonna say maybe there's one person who's like,
this man.
Fucking hate that guy.
This man.
He dedicates his life to being a fucking hacker, and he goes online and he's like, erase Davey from all internet bases.
All existence. And yeah, I don't even know. I still don't know how that's even possible. But it wouldn't go in the computer. So she had so it was another she emailed the headquarters in Helena, and
you should just go to the headquarters and kick open the doors and be like, I'm done
I'm done
around.
Just fucking
help you pack for school.
Machine gun. Just oh my god.
It's like that scene you go in and you mow down, you're like, hey! You don't hit anybody. Yeah. You just miss everyone.
And so she emails them, and then she's like, all right, let's wait for this email. And it was another 30 minutes or so she was taking care of the fucking family. And there was one really old lady who came in, and I don't know how she drove there, but she the lady kept on asking her questions, and she forgot her address. She forgot she had to call her fucking daughter and shit. And so that was just,
what's your brother's name? Do you have a brother?
I'm like, I can't get a license, but this bitch can. Fucking 90-year-old fucking senile lady, how'd you get here?
Meanwhile, you're thinking all this, and meanwhile, just staring at her with this smile,
No, I was pissed. I was visibly pissed. I was looking at them both the entire time, and then I was like, fuck it. And then I got they had a stack of driving booklets. I was just interested to see how the fucking laws are different in Montana. They aren't really that different.
I read that book 3 times.
But I just flipped through it. All right, the laws are different. This is bullshit. And then she was just she would just keep on reminding me. She's like, I'm not done with you. Stay there. And I'm like,
oh, but I don't have my ID, ma'am. I know you're not done with me. I'm not done with you.
I know. For the past 2 weeks,
I sack of shit. You just wait.
For the past 2 weeks, I was driving illegally. Thank you for caring. Now it's.
If I get arrested and go to prison, I know your face. I will murder you.
She might be dead.
I promise you.
She was pushing death.
She's probably dead. Before these cops come, you will be sprayed all over the store. These kids are going to be traumatized. She's going to be covered in blood. Your fucking heart's going to be over there. Your intestines are going to be over there. And I'm going to be gnawing on your chest cavity like the fucking animal I am, you haggard cunt.
And then the cops will be like, do you have a driver's license? And I'm like, oh shit, run!
And they walk up and you're like,
ah!
do you know what happened here? Your hands are covered in blood and you're just you're covered and you're like, no. Do you have any ID? And you're like, no. Like, huh.
I'm leaving.
You're free to go then, sir. Right. I guess you can't do anything.
Get out of here.
You get the fuck out of here. You old scamp, you get the fuck out of here.
So finally they email her back, and then she calls me back up, and I put in my information again. I think it worked. I actually have no idea if it worked. I just wanted to get out of there. I think it worked. I hope it worked, because at some point next week I'm getting the laminated license is being mailed here. She gave me a temporary paper license. So really all I wanted to get was a piece of paper. It took all of that to get a fucking piece of paper.
Dude, it would not surprise me if it was on like notebook paper.
And then she had the audacity, as I was leaving, she yells out, because there was still like a room full of fucking people there. She was like, all right, thank you for your patience, everybody. That was really difficult. And
it wouldn't be difficult if you need a job, babe.
And then I fucking punched the wall.
Their wall?
Yeah. It's like fucking solid. Like, yeah, like, it was like a brick wall, but I punched it anyway, because at that point I was like, fuck it, I don't care. I'm leaving this place. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. This is bullshit. Yeah, like, I mean, it's been like 2 weeks of pent up, like, just like anger and shit. Because
you punched their wall.
Because after a certain point of talking to people, after stating your situation at least 40 times, and then
brush it off like they are the ones who were burdened
when it was their fault all the way back at the fucking dispensary that their dumbass computer system couldn't get their shit together, and then she has the audacity to say that? No, I don't give a fuck. I'll make a scene. I don't give a shit.
You're not the one who did anything wrong.
Like, and like, this is like you call me fucking Karen or whatever, but like, this is where I like draw a line. Like in that situation, I'm just like, I don't give a fuck.
No.
I'll make a goddamn scene if I want to.
It definitely sounds like you're not the only person who fucking had a situation like that. It's not
the fucking.
It sounds justified. If you lived in Montana for all that time and didn't have an issue once with your license, now all of a sudden there's a problem. Yeah, that's not on you. That's on them. No one did their job.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's difficult because you have to go back and figure out what went wrong when no one did it in the first place.
Yeah. Like, and also the most fucked up thing is, this is just like when I finally got it. My friends in Bozeman were like, yeah, we've gone through like the TSA at the airport before, and there's been some points where like their IDs look so fucked up that there was one time that they asked her for like a passport, like a backup documentation, because like their IDs, like mine looked fine before, like it was like the picture wasn't bad or anything, but like their IDs are pretty jank, like they just like, which is surprising because it's an ID, it just has like information on it, but like my friend's picture was like all like fucked up and blurry and shit, and like that just like that he'd always like carry his passport around on him because just like when he goes out of state and shit, just for that.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah, like
shit like that happens.
It's really fucked up. Like it's fucking nuts. Yeah, it like that. And like I guess I didn't get it scanned all the entire time I was there because I had it since November. So like I guess I didn't, because they don't scan it for dispensaries. I guess they don't scan it. They don't scan it for alcohol. You just gotta show it. Also, it lasts for 12 years. It's supposed to. Quote unquote. It's supposed to.
That's like when betties are like, guaranteed 10 years! And it's like, I'm gonna plug you into my fucking
are you sure?
Xbox controller, and you're gonna die within 45 minutes of me playing Minecraft. Don't guarantee me 10 years. You can't even guarantee me an hour.
Yeah, like, I fucking hope I'm in the system somewhere. Like, I don't know.
I'm in a system.
I don't know. Like, now if this happens again, I'm might just
napalm the entire state of Montana.
Might just sue them and then napalm. It's fucking nuts. Like that, but like I can understand it if you just live in Montana where they don't fucking scan it. Like,
well, it'd be a problem. They don't do it.
Yeah, can you imagine how many like people like that could like be a situation with, and they just don't know because they've only lived in Montana. That's really crazy to think about. But in Colorado, I guess they don't, like, sometimes they don't check and shit, and then I don't think for alcohol they scan it. I've never seen anybody scan it for alcohol, like actually just like Like I just see them check it.
That's what I do at the gas station. When I'm staring at my own ID, I can find like the birth date and all the information I need to find. I can find like that. But when someone's buying shit and they hand me their ID, I just see their picture and everything else is just like. Blah, blah.
The Montana ID does look kind of like, just kind of sus.
Yeah, so I just scan it. And if it scans, if you're 16 or not, I don't care. Your ID scan, it worked. Congratulations. And if it doesn't work, I'm sorry. I can't do anything about that.
Yeah. It does look. It looks pretty jank though. It even looks more jank when it's just a piece of paper like what I have now.
Yeah, that shit's
like,
sketchy.
Like it just looks weird. I'm like,
that's the only thing I thought like.
It's really weird.
That is the only basis that I would be like, this might be fake. Because it's on an index card.
Yeah, well, the one that got taken was laminated and shit. It looked like an actual.
Yeah, at least that is like, okay, this is fucking actual ID quality, not just something that I could. Like construction paper.
I didn't think that was possible though, for someone not to be in the system, even though they like got the license. Like I didn't think that was even possible. Like I thought it just like your information, if they put it in, it's in there. It sticks in there.
All, yeah.
Because like. The cops could find my Ohio information. Like they can look.
They couldn't see that you for the past like X amount of months just weren't here.
Yeah, I don't know.
They didn't question that at all.
No.
See, so here's the thing.
They didn't question it at all.
I'm not trying to change the subject, but in the Batman movie, which is a great movie, the cops are obnoxious and just stupid.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And a lot of media does that. They're just stupid cops, and I'm like, that can't be right.
No, well.
And like for the most part, like it's not.
There's always gonna be bad cops out there.
Anytime I hear a story like this, where there's just an overwhelming amount of stupidity on all this on the side that's supposed to be bureaucratic and very.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna get I'm not gonna get hot-headed with a cop. I'm just not.
Yeah, no.
I'm just not gonna do that.
Not even worth the risk. No.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna be a dick with a cop. They'll
find something.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. This is a loss. I'll take it.
Yeah. They didn't really ask that many questions. I told them more shit than they told me.
Care.
They didn't know. Well, and like I don't want to put Denver cops in one big like thing, but like Denver does have a problem with that, like with cops kind of like taking over a situation, just like doing what they want. And like like in 2020 there was all those shootings in Denver and like in Colorado and shit, and it's fucked up. But that they have a problem with that there, But, like, the employees didn't handle it well either. Like, I was waiting there for an hour. Like, you can't just have somebody wait there for an hour and not let them know what the fuck is going on. Like, and obviously I don't look under 21, and and it's funny how they can look up my, like, older licenses and see that I'm, like, 20, like, older than 21.
Yeah, you don't look like you're under 21. You don't look like you're a shady character who's fucking gotten away with identity fraud and whatever for it. But
it's like,
I'm just here to buy some weed, dude.
Yeah. And then just take it. It's like, but yeah,
Couldn't you have shown them your Ohio ID? Would that have worked?
I did. I actually did not have that.
Oh, okay.
It got voided.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the fucked up thing. When I got that fake license, they voided out my Ohio ID. So I essentially just.
So essentially, you were living
I wasn't
off grid.
Technically, actually. Before I got my passport in, I think that was February. So technically between November, it'd be November and February. I just wasn't a citizen of the United States. I didn't have any ID. I didn't have any real ID. I didn't have any.
How did it feel?
Pretty good, actually. I'm gonna get out of here.
Yeah, I'm going to Canada.
This is bullshit. It is nuts.
This whole country is a
It's garbage. It's garbage. But yeah, I didn't think that could happen. Like
That's insane.
I didn't even know that was like a thing that could happen. I hope this new ID that comes in is like good. Like I don't
Yeah.
like I don't know what comes up when you scan this shit. Like what I don't know how that even works.
No, maybe it's just like
I don't know if it's I don't know. It really skews me out though. It's like
oh yeah.
It's like is this one fake?
I now have an entirely new set of fears.
Yeah.
Story.
Oh yeah. It's really fucked up. I just want to get that fucking new license because the paper one just does not look like. I don't know how they can just give out just a piece of paper, be like, "Hey, this is a."
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's real.
It's like a folded like perforated thing. Like it does kind of. It has that like put it up to a light. It has that like paper kind of thing, but it still just looks sketchy.
It's still official, but
yeah.
Not.
It's still.
If it's for something as important as this card literally has.
Yeah.
My identification, proof of citizenship, and all this shit that I need.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want that on like a piece of paper.
Piece of paper, yeah. It's like if you spill coffee on it, you're fucked.
I mean, fuck. I'm still a little scared that it's just a tiny little credit card.
It's a fucking little piece of paper. Like it's like what the fuck?
Spooky dooky.
It's really fucked up. But yeah, that's it. That's the story.
That's crazy. That is insane.
Unbelievable. I don't know if there's any way I can test it. Maybe
we can go down to Bell stores and buy some alcohol.
Get some.
Scan your ID, see if it works.
I wonder if you can scan the paper one. Do you just put up to a laser? And
if
scan
there's
it?
like a code or something, you can scan. Yeah.
Okay.
When I worked at the gas station, people would come in with like their paper. Like IDs. Like, oh yeah, okay, you're getting your card, but until then, here's your fucking trifold paper thing that you just go up and I would open it. And it's so funny because I did the same thing that these people did. You like walk in and you're like, I don't have my ID, but I have this paper, and you're like shaking, and they take it, and I just look at it and I'm like, government. I'm like, that's totally fine, dude. There you go.
I just like whipping up my passport, having a fucking entire booklet. Like, here you go. Here's all my documentation to buy this.
Feel free to scan through my travels.
Here's my entire documentation to buy a beer. Yeah, thank you. It's like, what?
Here's my entire fucking life right here. Can I
In my
have
book.
that 1.4% alcohol beer?
Here's my entire life story.
Number one, I was born on the summer day.
on a random summer day.
I was born on January 3rd, the summer of 9th.
It's summer of 9th. Are you in Australia? They got summer in the winter.
Somewhere in the Nile.
Alright, John, that's it for this episode.
Dude, that was a bonkers story.
Remember, you can follow me on all products in the bio.
Hurry up and finish making your Patreon.
I used to have one.
What the fuck? Why'd you stop?
I just don't use it. Too much work.
But people can pay you for shit.
Yeah. Too much work.
Well, fuck them.
Too much work. You know, gotta hire somebody for that or something.
I'll do it.
There we go. Get it up to 6 so you can say you have a half a dozen jobs.
Dude, my taxes are gonna be crazy.
I'm gonna send you official tax documents.
I'll give you my W2, my W4, and you'll be like, thank you.
Thank you for those W's. www.
Thank you for all these. I'll give you my resume. I'll finish my LinkedIn.
Oh my god. Alright, that's it for this episode.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Have a nice...
Have a great time.
Fuck!